Money is a game. Yes, a game, and like every game, it has rules. The problem is, most people were never taught those rules. You can work hard, save, and give your best, and still lose. Why? Because you're playing without knowing the strategy. Imagine sitting at a chessboard against a grandmaster, not even knowing how the pieces move. Who would win? Not you? That's exactly how money works. The rich understand the rules. They may not always tell you, but they live by them. Clear, ancient principles. Many of those principles have existed for hundreds of years. One of the sharpest minds ever to write about power, control, and human nature was Niccolo Machiavelli. He lived in the 16th century, yet his lessons on power and survival still hold true today, especially when it comes to money. If you've ever wondered why you stay broke while others keep rising, this story is for you. We're about to step into the mind of Machiavelli and look straight at the truth about money. By the end, you'll see money differently, not as paper or coins, but as a tool of power, freedom, and survival. Stay until the end, because sometimes just one principle can change the way you play. Forever. Listen carefully. If you've ever wondered why you stay broke while others keep rising, this isn't just another video. It's a strategic map for freedom. In the next few minutes, you'll learn how to think like Machiavelli, a man who understood how power and money truly work. By the end of this story, you'll uncover one ultimate rule, a single truth that can change how you play the game of money, forever. It's not a quick trick or a shortcut to wealth. It's a weapon of mindset. Stay with me until the end, because sometimes just one idea can flip your entire world of money upside down. And before we begin, if you want to understand money, people, and yourself more deeply, hit subscribe. Every week, English Richness shares stories that help you become more awake, grounded, and free. Because true wealth is not the money in your pocket, but the wisdom in your mind. Ready? Let's begin the game. Chapter 1. Why you stay broke. Let's be honest. You're not broke because you're stupid or lazy. You're broke because you've been playing the wrong game. Since childhood, we were trained to follow the same path. Study hard, get good grades, find a safe job, and live happily ever after. But life doesn't work that way. That story isn't reality. It's a program, and the person who wrote that program was never you. The rules were created by those who already hold money, power, and control. And they want you to play by their script, not your own. Think about your daily life. You're told to work for a salary, which means someone else decides how much your time, your energy, and your life are worth. They choose if your hour is worth $10 or $100. No matter how much effort you give, the final decision always belongs to them. You're told to save your money in the bank because it's safe. But while you sleep, inflation silently eats away its value, day after day. And while your savings lose power, the bank uses your money to make bigger profits for itself. Your security becomes their opportunity. You're told to buy things you can't afford so you can look successful, and when you can't pay right away, credit cards wait, smiling. Month after month, you pay interest while they grow richer, and you stay trapped in the same circle, paying for your own illusion of success. Do you see the pattern? The system isn't designed to make you win. It's designed to keep you chasing while others collect the rewards. Machiavelli once said, "Men are driven by fear and desire. The rich know this truth deeply, and they use it to shape your choices. They know you fear being broke, so they sell you the dream of stability, a safe job built not to free you, but to keep you dependent. They know you crave comfort, so they offer pleasures that feel good today but drain your power tomorrow. A shiny car, a new phone, a bigger TV. These things satisfy desire for a moment, but create years of silent slavery, comfort that costs your freedom and your future. The truth is simple. You're not broke because of fate or bad luck. You're broke because you're being played in a game rigged against you. But here's the good news. The game can be learned, the rules can be mastered, and you can stop being a pawn and start being a player. Yet before anything changes, you must accept one powerful truth. Money doesn't reward hard work. Money rewards strategy. Chapter 2. The Machiavellian Mindset. Niccolo Machiavelli lived in the 1500s, an era of war, politics, betrayal, and survival. He wrote The Prince, a book many call dark or ruthless because it reveals how power truly moves in the real world. But if you read carefully, you'll see. It's not a book about deceit. It's a book about reality. Machiavelli didn't describe the world as we wish it to be, fair and kind, but as it actually is, competitive, unequal, and often brutal. And that is exactly why his principles are timeless, because money and power still obey the same human nature. To escape financial struggle, you must stop living in fantasy. Many still believe life is fair, effort is rewarded, and rules never change. But look around. Is that really how the world works? People act from self-interest. They protect wealth and take advantage of ignorance. Machiavelli saw this truth 5 centuries ago, and nothing has changed. So how can you apply his wisdom to your financial life? First, see money not as paper or coins, but as a tool, a weapon, and a shield for freedom, control, and opportunity. With it, you create options. Without it, you depend on others. Money isn't evil. It's power in motion. Second, see people differently. In the game of money, everyone is a player. Some play to win, some to survive, and some to control. If you don't recognize this, you become part of someone else's plan. Watch what people do, not what they say. Actions reveal the truth. Finally, see problems as opportunities in disguise. While most panic during crisis, the wise look deeper and find gold in the chaos. Having a Machiavellian mindset doesn't mean being cruel. It means thinking strategically, seeing clearly, and never being blind to reality. When you shift your mindset this way, you stop being a powerless worker and become a strategic player in the game of money. Principle 1. Control the flow of money. Machiavelli wrote, "A ruler must control his territory, or he will lose his power." Your territory is your money. If you don't control it, someone else will. Employers, banks, corporations, even the system itself. Think of your paycheck. The moment it arrives, the money starts leaving. Bills, rent, food, subscriptions, entertainment, gone in days. Most people don't even know where their money truly goes. They don't track, they don't measure, they simply react and hope. But hope is not a strategy. The wealthy play differently. They control the flow, they assign purpose to every dollar, every decision. To them, money isn't just paper. It's energy and command. Each dollar is a soldier, and every soldier must be sent with intention. Waste your soldiers on useless battles, gadgets, luxuries, impulse spending, and you'll lose the war for your future freedom. But if you send them wisely into education, skills, or assets that create value, they return with reinforcements. People stay broke because their soldiers leave faster than they return. They serve other people's goals instead of their own. The rich are different. Their money works for them, multiplies, and grows while they sleep. Every dollar has a mission. The lesson is simple. Control the flow. Know where your money goes. Cut the leaks. Direct your resources with clear purpose and command. Treat every dollar as a soldier fighting for your financial freedom, because discipline builds power, and power builds independence. Principle 2. Appear strong even when you're weak. Machiavelli taught that a leader must appear powerful even when strength is still being built inside. People follow confidence, not hesitation. When a leader looks afraid, uncertain, or doubtful, followers lose faith, even if he's capable within. This principle applies beyond politics. It shapes how you move through money, career, and everyday decisions. How you carry yourself financially, your tone, your choices, your posture, tells the world what to expect from you. Many reveal weakness without realizing it. They beg for discounts, panic under pressure, or avoid opportunity out of fear. Weakness is visible, and the world responds accordingly. Employers, investors, and clients avoid those who appear fragile or desperate. Weakness repels opportunity, but strength attracts it. Even when uncertain, act with calm control and clear direction. The rich project confidence even in chaos. They may not have cash in hand, but they carry a sense of discipline and order. Because they look strong, opportunities naturally find them. People trust them, respect them, and want to collaborate. This isn't about showing off or pretending to be rich. Machiavelli would never praise waste. True power is control, not display. Keep your financial life private. No one needs to know if you're struggling, saving, or rebuilding. What matters is your discipline. Let others see focus and certainty. Speak clearly, decide firmly, and stand tall, even when the numbers don't yet match the vision. When you appear in control, people treat you differently. Respect creates trust, and trust brings more chances to rise. Remember, perception creates reality. The way people see you often becomes the way the world rewards you. If you act broke, you'll be treated as broke. But if you act capable, composed, and strategic, you'll attract opportunity. Principle 3. Master risk like a prince. Life is full of uncertainty. Every decision, every day, carries a level of risk. Machiavelli said, "Fortune favors the bold." Those who act decisively, even amid uncertainty, create the opportunities others only dream about. The rich understand this truth. Avoiding risk may keep you safe, but it will also keep you small. To build wealth, you must take calculated risks, not blind gambles, but informed, strategic moves born from preparation. The poor often fear loss more than they desire growth. So they cling to safety, working jobs that protect survival but kill ambition. They put money in low-yield savings while inflation steals it silently, believing caution equals wisdom. But it's just disguised fear. The rich see risk differently. They study, prepare, calculate outcomes, and when ready, they act boldly. They invest in business, property, and skills that multiply value over time. Without risk, no empire, ancient or modern, was ever built. Mastering risk doesn't mean every move succeeds. It means every failure teaches, sharpens, and prepares you for the next victory. Fear keeps people trapped in mediocrity. Courage, combined with strategy, opens doors that safety will never reveal. So start small, learn fast, and grow your courage with every step. Fortune doesn't reward the fearful, it crowns the prepared. Wealth isn't built by waiting for perfect moments. It's built by imperfect action, consistent, smart, and bold. Life will never be risk-free. But those who learn to navigate uncertainty rise above fear and create abundance where others hesitate. Principle 4. Control debt before debt controls you. Machiavelli warned leaders never to depend too much on others for survival. In the world of money, dependence equals weakness, and weakness is dangerous. Debt is the most common form of modern dependence. When you owe more than you can manage, you're no longer free. Your time, choices, and peace belong to the lenders who own your debt. Debt itself isn't evil. It's a tool, but a tool that can turn into a chain if you use it carelessly or without strategy. The poor borrow to consume, to look rich. The rich borrow to invest, to become rich. The difference lies in purpose and intention. A new car, a luxury trip, the latest gadget, they feel good now, but make you work for years to pay for past pleasures. Interest becomes your silent master, and each month you serve it with your sweat. That's how financial slavery begins. The rich think differently. They use debt strategically, only when every borrowed dollar can return more than it costs. Used wisely, debt becomes a weapon for growth. Used blindly, it becomes a cage you build with your own hands. Understand this. Appearances mean nothing if they cost more than they give you. Never use debt to look rich. It's poison wrapped in shine. Use debt only when it multiplies wealth, when every dollar borrowed becomes a soldier that returns stronger. Build awareness. Track every loan, every interest, every payment. Strategy, not impulse, must lead your decisions. When you master this, debt no longer enslaves you. It becomes your servant. Freedom belongs to those who understand control. Principle 5. Build alliances. Machiavelli wrote, "A wise ruler builds alliances because no one survives alone." The same truth applies to money and success. Financial independence isn't achieved in isolation. It's built through relationships and trust. Many try to do everything alone. They fear dependence, or their pride won't let them ask for help. But isolation limits growth. One person can only work so many hours. One mind can only see so far. Alone, your vision stays small. Together, it expands. The rich understand this law. They surround themselves with mentors, partners, and allies who multiply their reach and strength. Mentors teach them what took years to learn. Partners bring resources. Communities create energy, support, and new opportunities. Collaboration doesn't weaken power, it multiplies it. Every empire in history was built by networks of trust and shared ambition. The lone hero may look strong, but the allied leader builds legacies. Wealth grows fastest when you grow with others. Start building your circle today. A mentor to guide you, a peer to grow with you, and a partner to share resources and risk. Principle 6. Be respected rather than loved. Machiavelli asked, "Is it better to be loved or feared?" His answer, "If you cannot be both, it's safer to be feared." In money, this translates to one word: respect. People respond to strength, not weakness. If you're careless or desperate with money, others will exploit your lack of discipline. But when people sense discipline and control, they treat you differently. Respect builds boundaries. Boundaries protect your power. Being respected doesn't mean being harsh. It means being clear, consistent, and confident with your financial decisions. You can be kind, but firm. Generous, but not naive. Compassionate, but never easily manipulated. Respect is love with strength. Say no to deals that feel wrong. Refuse pressure to spend or invest in things that don't align with your principles. Over time, your clarity creates reputation. People trust what they respect. And respect is the most valuable currency in any game. Remember, love can inspire admiration, but respect ensures protection. In the game of money, respect is a form of power. Chapter 3. The Psychology of a Winner. At the heart of Machiavelli's teaching lies one truth: to win any game, you must first master your own mind. He understood human nature, our fears, our desires, our patterns under pressure. He saw that power begins not with weapons, but with psychology. The same is true with money. To win financially, you must understand the invisible forces shaping how you think, act, and decide. Most people lose not because they lack skill, but because they lack awareness. They play the game reactively, driven by fear. The poor mindset sees obstacles and limits. It says, "I can't afford it." It reacts to problems instead of designing solutions. When opportunities appear, this mindset freezes, afraid of failure, waiting for permission, waiting for the right time. It believes hard work alone will save them, but without strategy, effort becomes endless motion without progress. The rich mindset thinks differently. It asks, "How can I afford it?" Not as a complaint, but as a challenge to create new possibilities. This shift changes everything. The mind stops closing doors and starts looking for ways to build new ones. The rich don't wait for luck. They study, plan, and act with precision. They build systems that make money work for them. They focus on high-value actions, leverage, and long-term thinking, turning every hour of work into something that multiplies. They don't chase income. They build assets. They don't chase comfort. They build control. Your mind shapes your money more than your job ever will. Think small, and your world shrinks. Think strategically, and it expands. Every successful person masters this inner game, the art of decision, patience, and emotional control. Winning the money game is not about luck or hustle. It's about clarity, mindset, and mastery of behavior. Understand your fears. Study your impulses. Observe how you react to gain or loss, because awareness is the first form of power. The moment you master your thoughts, your financial life begins to shift. Control your emotions, and money starts following logic, not panic. Money, at its core, is psychology in motion, a mirror of your beliefs, habits, and self-worth. Those who think strategically see opportunities where others see obstacles. They act before the world notices. Every empire, every fortune was first built in the mind before it ever existed in the world. The mind is your most powerful asset. Train it with discipline, feed it with knowledge, and guard it against fear and noise. Think clearly, act decisively, move with purpose. That's how you turn thought into power and power into freedom. The moment you learn to master your mind, you stop chasing wealth and start creating it. Final words: learn the rules, win the game. Remember this truth: money is a game. If you stay broke, it's not because you're not smart enough or not hardworking enough. It's because you're playing without knowing the rules. The rules aren't about luck or talent. They're about awareness, strategy, and understanding how money truly works in the real world. Machiavelli's principles were written centuries ago, yet they reveal timeless truths about power, influence, and control. Survival and success have always belonged to those who think clearly, act decisively, and understand the invisible forces shaping outcomes. Control your money as a ruler controls his land. Every dollar is a soldier, and every decision a battle for your freedom. Appear strong even when uncertain, because perception is power, and the world believes what it sees more than what it hears. Take risks boldly, but wisely. Every failure carries a lesson. Every setback, a strategy hidden in disguise. Use debt as a weapon, not as a chain. Let your money serve you, not enslave you. Build alliances that multiply your strength. Surround yourself with mentors, thinkers, and partners who push you higher. Alone you can survive, but together you can build empires. And above all, seek respect over approval. Love is beautiful, but respect builds boundaries that protect your vision and your worth. Wealth begins not with money, but with mindset. The clearer you think, the freer you become. The freer you become, the richer you live. Freedom isn't about escaping work. It's about working on your own terms, creating impact, and shaping a life that feels truly yours. So learn the rules, study the players, play the long game, because every move made with clarity brings you closer to mastery. When you stop being a pawn and start thinking like a player, you don't just make money, you make meaning. Reflection. 3 questions to awaken awareness. Where does your money flow the most, and why? Are you sending signals of control or of hope? In the next 24 hours, what leak will you seal, and what new habit will you start? If this message resonated with you, share it with someone who needs it. Inspire 1 person, and you change the game for 2. Comment below with 1 small action you'll take today. Cancel a subscription, write your 24-hour rule, or draw your 3-color map. At English Richness, we don't just tell stories. We awaken discipline, so you can live with freedom, purpose, and peace. Better English, better life.